Alan Moore is at home underground. An anarchist, a magician, a visionary, and often described as the best graphic novel writer in history. The man who lives life on the margins has hated Hollywood's gloss on his dystopian visions, from V for Vendetta to The Watchmen and The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. But he's finally written for the screen.
Handle the film exactly as I want it to be done, in a medium that I'm interested in exploring. Yeah, that's terrific. Hollywood clearly hasn't had an idea in the last 2 or 3 decades.
So this is your purgatory?
This is my purgatory.
I met him in the crypt of Delaprey Abbey in Northampton, one of the locations for his film. So you famously not wanted films of your work made. I guess that hasn't really changed here, has it?
Absolutely not. It's the thing that I'm dead set against is basically it's adaptation. It's the fact that Hollywood can only recycle things that have already been done or adapt things from media where they weren't intended as films.
His mix of the mysterious and banal unfolds in his beloved hometown, where the Working Men's Club plays host to a bleak and graphic journey through purgatory. And burlesque dancers conspire with clowns to force flawed characters to confront their demons and vices. Where do you get that darkness from?
The short answer is from Northampton. This is in some ways, it's an absolutely average town. It is right in the geographical centre of the country. In many ways, it is in the political centre of the country and the economic centre of the country. This is more or less where the money runs out. In every other sense, this is a very unusual town. Most of the violence in British history, all of our big internal wars, they have ended in Northamptonshire.
Doctor, I think we're losing you.
He has a cameo role in his nightmare world, but says there's a part of him in each character. Most of his comic aficionado followers, though, are male. The sexual violence in this film, do you think that is a nightmare, or are you trying to reflect what you think is really happening in society?
This is Northampton. Northampton is a median town. I assume that this is happening everywhere. If this is not addressed, then if it's not talked about, if it's not referred to, then it will only continue in the way that paedophilia was able to flourish throughout the 60s and 70s.
Fairness, justice and freedom are more than words.
Money is something he's uncomfortable with. He's taken his name off film credits and refused fees. He still sees a value in the liquid nature of modern protest. It was the mask of his character V which became a symbol of the Occupy movement.
Encouragingly, it is moving towards anarchic fluid structures such as those adopted by Anonymous and Occupy, and it is becoming much more a thing of the individual, which has to be the basic social unit.
His film is all about the guilt individuals feel. It is not a big budget production, but he says ultimately he will be the judge.
We all expect to be judged. I think ultimately we are the only people who will judge us. And I ultimately think that we will probably also be the cruelest judges because we know ourselves.